Good morning, yogis. This is Jackie Hyatt, and I am excited to share with you a yoga for opening up the heart chakra and focusing our mind and our emotions on non-judgment and compassion. So find yourself a comfortable seat, and if you have two blocks or a book or anything that you can use to elevate your palms when you're coming in contact with the ground, a pillow so that you can sit now and elevate your hips a little bit higher than your knees. And let's go ahead and get started. Join me on the mat. So let's get into a comfortable seated position on a block or a pillow, legs crossed. And let's all take a deep inhale together, sweeping the arms up and pointing the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale with a loud sigh, hands to heart center. Allow your eyes to gently flutter closed or to rest lightly, whatever's to your comfort today. And release your hands, palms down to the top of your knees. Begin to smooth the breath out. Noticing the texture of your emotions this morning as you come to the mat. Continue smoothing out the breath. Noticing the pause in between the inhale and the exhale. Become very still. Bring your focus to the outermost layer of your physical self, your skin. And as you continue to breathe slowly through the nose, out through the nose, try to embody and inhabit every single inch of your skin all at once, as though your inside, your outside is a shell that covers you. As you inhabit this outside shell, be very aware of where your shoulders are, where your body comes in contact with the mat. Just marvel at this amazing cover that protects and carries you throughout your life. As you continue breathing, staying very still, begin to bring your focus into the next layer of your body, your muscle, your connective tissue. And try to inhabit this entire system in your body, this beautiful structure that supports you, that's keeping you seated in place right now, with your shoulders relaxed and down your sides. And lastly, bring your focus into your skeletal system, into the frame that keeps you upright, that allows you to stand, that allows you to play sports. Just try and inhabit this area of your body. Notice where your spine is within your frame. Inhale and lengthen through your spine up to the top of your head. Allow your head to float up. And begin to release your thoughts as they enter in. Allow them to float away like balloons. Allow your mind to clear and allow your focus to center in on empathy, on compassion for yourself. I've struggled a little bit with that this week myself. I was feeling pretty ill for a few days and I was beating myself up about it. I was being very judgmental about the fact that I couldn't do the things that I needed to do. And I had to remind myself to talk to myself as though I were a friend. I know that I wouldn't be this tough on someone else. Why should I be this tough on myself? So as you breathe in and out, invite an intention of non-judgment, of compassion for yourself, and moving forward for any obstacle that comes into your way that you may see and immediately catch yourself judging. So I'll take a deep breath in here together, sweeping the arms up. And on your exhale, palms to heart center, allow your eyes to flutter open. And then go ahead and remove the block from underneath you. Extend your legs out and go ahead and switch the cross-legged shape that you're in to put your back leg forward. You're going to place your hands on your knees, and we're going to begin by rotating at the waist in a counterclockwise position, inhaling as we come forward and exhaling as we go back. Inhale, exhale, inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back, and one more time. Loud exhale back, and let's meet all the way in center and change direction. Exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale. One more time around. Release to center. And let's do a few cat-cows seated in this position. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see the shape here. So with a nice straight back, let's take a deep inhale here and begin to shine the chest up forward, drawing the shoulders back. And then on your exhale, tuck your hips, tuck your chin, press your back, and draw your shoulders together towards your heart. And take a few of these at your own pace, inhaling as you come forward, shining the chest up, exhaling as you draw back. Inhale. One more round here. Good. Let's all meet back in center and come into a windmill pose. So you're going to bring your right leg forward And align your right shin with the front of your mat and your left leg to the side, aligning your shin with the long side of your mat. And you've got your feet flat, laying on either side. As you can see with my body, I'm tending to drop over towards my right side, or your right side. Go ahead and walk yourself in, kickstanding with your hand until you can find a semblance of straight here for yourself. And take a deep inhale. Swing your left arm up and grab the side, the right side of your head, and draw it gently over towards your left. Breathing into this gentle neck stretch. You can play here with your fingertips, walking your hands in towards your body or walking them away. You can close your eyes here and breathe deep into this neck stretch. One more breath here. And go ahead and release. Bring your hand down towards the mat, your left hand, and then sweep your right arm up, coming into a side stretch. And now we're going to move a little dynamically here. We're going to inhale and bring your arm out to the side, and then exhale, twist over towards your left, bringing your shoulders together. So you're drawing your shoulders towards each other, reaching your hand out as though you're trying to shake somebody's hand that's next to you. And then you inhale, and we're going to sweep the arm back out. And we're going to open up the chest. Inhale, sweep it back towards center. Exhale, open the chest out. And bring your hand down. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, and we're going to reach around on this side, twisting away this time towards the left. Reaching out towards that diagonal. And then inhale, and again, opening the chest up towards the ceiling, tilting the chin up. Don't forget to press down into your right hand. And let's do a few of these dynamically. Exhale, sweep around and twist. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and open. Go ahead and release. Walk your hands out towards your shin, either coming in contact with your shin or maybe using a block, placing it in front of you and drawing yourself over your shin. So your chest right over your shin and lowering yourself down gently to be getting started with here. If it's in your practice, you can go ahead and lower your elbows all the way down and bring your forehead onto the block. And let's stay here for a few breaths. Continuing to breathe, pressing the forehead down onto the block. One more breath here. And slowly begin to walk your hands up. Coming back to center and bringing your legs out in front. Go ahead and switch over to the opposite side. Left shin in line with the front of your mat and right shin in line with the long side of your mat. Coming into a windmill shape. And go ahead and kickstand your left hand to bring yourself upright. And take a deep inhale here and sweep the right arm up. Bring it around to the side of your head and draw your head gently over. Breathe deep into your left side body here. And maybe you play with the hand that's on the ground, walking it towards you or away. One more breath here. Go ahead and remove your hand from the top of your head, dropping it down, and sweep your left arm up and over. Don't forget to breathe here. Reaching up through your fingertips and finding length in your side body. One more breath. Exhale and bring your arm out to a T. Go ahead and rotate around to your right side. As if you're trying to shake somebody's hand. It's a few feet away from you. And inhale and open the chest up and out, twisting all the way around to your left. Exhale, rotate around. And one more time, deep inhale. And let's bring it back around, opening the chest. Strong here, back, reaching up towards the sky. Chin tilted slightly upward. Exhale and lower your hand down. Inhale and sweep the right arm up. We're coming into a gentle side bend here that we're just going to use to prepare for opening up into a T and then rotating around into a twist. And you can play here with rotating your right hip around. I noticed this time that my hip actually rolled this way and that felt kind of nice. So give that a try. Reaching around. And then inhale. Rotate all the way around and open your chest up. And I noticed here that my hip dropped all the way back, and that feels good. Exhale and reach around. And one more time, inhale, opening up the chest. And release and bring your legs back to center. We're going to play here with a little bit of active work in the psoas muscles. Go ahead and take your block, and if you don't have a block, you can just imagine that you have a block and place it at your side. And let's go back into the windmill on the left, bringing your right shin to line with the front. And then place your block just on the outside of your left leg, your left shin. You've lined it up, and then see if you can place a little bit of weight into your right palm as it sits next to you and lift your left leg up, extending it across and over the block and holding it. Go ahead and bend your leg and slowly place it back down. Deep breath in here. It's hard work. And we're going to try this again. So again, finding a nice, straight, stable spine, placing your weight into your right shin, your right hip, and your knee. Going to take a deep breath in, lift up the left knee, and extend the left leg over the block. And you'll find that you're going to need to lean over a little bit, and that's fine. It's good. You're still working here. And go ahead and bend the knee and slowly bring it back down. Let's set ourselves up on the other side. Extending the legs out and forward. Maybe you want to shake them out a minute. And let's go ahead and set up here. Line your block up parallel to your shin. Place your left palm firmly down next to you Deep inhale here and lift. Extend over the block. Hold. Bend the knee and drop. Good work. Let's do this again. Deep inhale here. Engage the core, lift, extend, hold, bend the knee, and drop back down. Good work. Let's remove the blocks and come to a table position. I'm going to be sideways to demonstrate. So coming into your table, let's do a few cat-cows here. Go ahead and take these cat-cows at your own pace. Inhaling as you shine your chest up and forward. And exhaling as you tuck in and press your scapula up to the ceiling. Really pressing the earth away from you. And continue here for a few more. A few more cat-cows here. And on your next inhale, come to a neutral spine at center, extending your right arm out and your left leg back. Nice neutral spine here, neck nice and straight. Press your heel away from your body and your fingertips away from your head, creating as much length as you can here. And using your core to continue trying to lift your thumb up to the ceiling and your heel up to the sky. Hold for one more breath here. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Notice any judgment that may be arising as you struggle in this pose. This is not an easy pose. Remember to be compassionate. If you need to come out, come out. One more breath here. And release. Knee and hand to the mat. Find your neutral spine. Take a deep inhale and lift up the left leg. The right leg. Extending out the left arm. Again, engaging the core, keeping the spine neutral and reaching with the fingertips, creating length and space between your heel and the tip of your longest finger. Reaching up towards the sky with your thumb and your heel. Keeping the mind aware for any judgment. Breathe. One more breath here. And release down. Walk your hands towards your knees and let's take a deep breath in here, sweeping the arms up. Exhale your hands to your hips. Inhale and extend your right leg out. Coming into a lunge here. And if this surface bothers your knee, go ahead and roll your mat up or use a towel to give yourself a little cushioning. So we're in a nice 90-degree to 90-degree lunge here. Let's inhale and sweep the arms up. Exhale and drop the hips forward. Inhale, reaching up, coming back into 90-90. Bring your hands behind your back. Left hand stacked on the top of the right. And drive them up towards the center of your spine to press just underneath the bottom of your ribs. And then press your hands in here. This is where you're going to try and focus on hinging as you tilt your head your chin and your chest upward, drawing your shoulders back, your elbows down towards the ground, and inhaling into this deep upper back bend. Notice where your hips are. You want to stay nice and square here. You don't want to drop down into this. One more deep breath in here. And bring yourself back up to center. Dropping down a little bit further and deeper into the lunge, walking your foot forward a few inches. Go ahead and drop down, and you can use your blocks here. Go ahead and take this full deep lunge. Deep breath in here. Smooth, full exhale. And on your next inhale, go ahead and bend your back knee, drawing it up towards your bum, and then reach back behind. And pull your heel towards your bum, keeping the shoulders nice and straight. Noticing the thoughts crossing into our mind, being aware of any judgments, showing compassion. We're doing the best we can. And then slowly release and bring your hand down to the ground or the mat. You're going to tuck your toes under and come up into a runner's lunge. And then go ahead and rotate here. So bring your right hand a little bit closer to your right foot, and then inhale and sweep your left arm up. Noticing whether your shoulders are stacked, whether your knee is nice and straight. And exhale and bring your hand back down, dropping the knee back down onto the mat here. Let's go ahead and come into a half camel. So we're going to take the block and place it just on the outside of your leg. And then inhale your right arm up. And follow your fingertips with your face, your eyes. Breathe here, smooth the breath out. Go ahead and inhale yourself back down, bringing your foot with your hands. Tucking the toes under and pressing back into plank. Go ahead and drop your right knee down. Drop your left knee down. And then lift your right leg and your left arm up. Coming back into sun dog here, only this time we're going to bend that right knee and reach back. Deep breath in here, pressing your ankle away from your bum, lifting up through the knee, pressing the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. The shoulders nice and straight and soft. One more breath here. And then slowly release back out into your sun dog, pressing your foot away. And then go ahead and drop both knees and hands down onto the mat. Press your knees away from each other and drop your hips back. into child's pose. And let's take a few breaths here in child's pose. Just noticing what you're feeling here now as you sit in your child's pose. I'm going to talk you through it while you enjoy a few breaths here. Breathing deep into the back of your spine. Noticing how you're feeling physically as well as emotionally. Drawing yourself into this practice and into this moment. Let's go ahead and come up into downward facing dog. Press up into your first downward facing dog of the practice today. And go ahead and do whatever you like to do in dog here. Maybe you walk your feet, or you extend up into your toes. Drop your heels down. Drop the crown of your head down in between your elbows. And breathe. Breathe deep. Channel the exhale through the back of your throat. And on your next exhale, roll forward into plank and drop down, knees, chin, and chest to the mat. Inhaling yourself up into baby cobra, cobra, or upward facing dog. And now go ahead and press yourself back into downward facing dog. And then drop your knees down into table. Sweeping the arms up again, reaching up towards the sky with your fingertips. Exhale, hands to hips, and bring the left leg forward into lunge. Placing your knee again on a soft, comfortable surface. Let's come into a 90 degree. Inhale, sweep up. Arms nice and straight. Exhale, drop forward. Keeping that strength in the arms and the shoulders. Holding this nice, strong shape. Take a deep inhale, pressing the fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhale your hands down this time. Right hand over left. Up at the highest part you can reach in your spine, at least to the bottom of your rib cage. And again, establish that 90 degree angle in your legs. And take a deep inhale and begin to hinge at the spot just beneath your hands. Using your chest as the hinge, shining your chin up to the sky. Breathing deep here. Maybe pressing the shoulders away, down towards the ground, the elbows. Deep breath. Go ahead and exhale yourself forward. Again, grabbing your blocks. Or bringing your hands down onto the mat on either side of your foot. And I'll demonstrate it this way this time. So hands on either side of the foot here. Go ahead and walk your toes forward a few inches, coming a little deeper into this lunge. So you're feeling this a lot more in the front of your psoas muscles in the front of your hips. And then go ahead and bend your knee and reach back with the same side arm. Draw your ankle towards your bum. And keep your shoulders nice and squared. Maybe you look forward or down. And then again, we're checking in with our thoughts here. What are we thinking as we put ourselves into these different poses? Are we reminding ourselves that we're showing up, that we're doing the best we can? Because that's true. Are we reminding ourselves that our bodies are these amazing machines that are trying their hardest to serve us? And slowly release the ankle, bringing the foot down. Tuck your toes under and press up into runner's lunge. Placing your hand just beneath your heart. Go ahead and swing your left arm up and over into a twist. Focusing on your balance here and stacking your shoulders. Maybe you drop the hips down a little bit more. One more breath here. And go ahead and bring your hand down to frame your foot. Drop your knee down. And let's bring ourselves into a half camel. So taking the block and placing it on the outside of the shin. And I'll go ahead and turn around here to demonstrate. So you're placing the block right here on the outside of your shin by your ankle, and you can place it at whatever height functions for you today. And then go ahead, placing your fingertips on the block, begin to arch your spine up and forward, and reach up with your left hand. Notice your hips. This is one of the most powerful spots in this pose. You want to press your hips forward as though there's a wall right in front of you, and you're trying to press both of them evenly into the wall. Deep breath in here. Full exhale. And go ahead and release yourself back down, bringing your hands on either side of your foot and bringing yourself into plank. So now we're in plank. And this time, we're going to go ahead and drop the left knee down and bring the right leg up. Extending the left arm out. Actually, no, I think it's the other side. Right knee down, left leg back, extending the right arm out. Becoming nice and straight here, squaring the hips, and then bringing the right hand back to come in contact with any part of your leg, your foot. You can also use a belt here. Shoulders nice and squared. And the focus again here, pressing the sole of the foot up towards the roof, up towards the ceiling, and then pressing the ankle away from the bum. Noticing the discomfort here. Breathing, creating length. One more deep breath here. And on your exhale, slowly release back out into your sun dog. And bring both hands down and knees down. Deep inhale and press up into downward facing dog. A few breaths here in downward facing dog, or if you need to drop down into child's pose, please take this opportunity. One more deep round of breaths here, channeling the exhale through the back of your throat. And on your next inhale, lift your right leg up, Bring it in between your hands and come up into crescent pose. Breathing deep into the front leg, stabilizing your knee. And if you need to use your hands to walk yourself up, feel free. This is not a contest, this is a practice. Sweep your arms up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop, opening the arms up into cactus and tilting the chest up slightly. Press into your back foot. Notice that your leg is nice and straight. One more breath here. And then inhale, extend your fingers up. And then bring your hands to your hips and let's set up for pyramid. Walking the back leg forward about 1.5 feet. And we're train tracking our legs instead of having them lined up, we're bringing them out. So we got our legs nice and train tracked out. We're going to go ahead and hinge forward halfway down. So as you hinge forward halfway down, notice your hips. Your focus wants to be on pressing both of them back as though there's a wall right behind you. And then when you've set yourself up here, go ahead and release your hands down either to your leg or to the mat. You can slowly bring yourself down into this pose. Make sure you settle yourself in here comfortably, dropping the forehead down towards the knee and the crown of the head down towards the ground. A few breaths here, checking in with your hips again. One more deep breath here. Full exhale. And slowly begin to walk your hands up your leg, coming back up. Take a deep breath. Inhale the arms up. Drop your left hand down. Come in contact with the back of your right leg. I'm trying to remember here. I think I need to mirror you guys. Okay, so we're doing it this way. So it's the right hand behind the left hamstring, reaching up, coming into a reverse pyramid. So go ahead and continue playing with this, walking your hand down the back of your hamstring and reaching your fingertips up and back, and at the same time, pressing your hips forward towards me. One more deep breath in here. And then let's exhale ourselves back to the front of the mat, feet together. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then hands down to your sides into mountain pose. And allow your eyes to become soft or even flutter closed here. Allow your feet to become grounded into earth. Allow your breath to soften and smooth out. One more round here. Now let's go ahead and allow the eyes to flutter open. Sweep the arms up and fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale yourself halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and pour yourself down. Staying here for a few breaths. Noticing the sensations in the back of your legs. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, and come all the way up into standing. Now I'm going to turn sideways here because we're going to be going up back into our downward facing dog. Sweep your arms up, fold forward, and then walk or step your feet back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift your left leg up this time and bring it in between your hands, coming up into crescents. Sweeping the arms up. Inhale, reach up with your fingertips, straightening up the back leg and tucking the hips. Exhale, open your arms out into cactus arms, and inhale the chest up. Inviting a nice arch again into your upper back. Breathe. One more breath in here. Inhaling and reaching up, straightening out the front leg. Exhale, hands to hips, and set yourself up for pyramid. Again, tracking the legs. Left leg forward, right leg back. And we're going to inhale and hinge halfway. And you can do this with your hands on your hips. If you want to really challenge yourself, you can extend your arms out in front of you. Or you can use your leg for support. We'll stay for one breath here. Really shining the crown of the head out towards me and pressing your hips back. And then slowly begin to walk your hands down to your sweet level of edge here. Maybe coming all the way down onto the ground or using your blocks. Bring your forehead towards your knee. Again, notice your hips. Notice whether they're square, whether they're pressing back as though there's a wall behind you. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to walk yourself back up to standing. And let's meet at the front of the mat. Go ahead and sweep your arms up. And let your right arm drop down, or your right arm drop down. And swing your left arm over to a nice side bend. And take your left hand and place it behind your head, just above your neck. Press your shoulder back. And take a deep inhale and continue twisting yourself up until your shoulder is pointing diagonally and back behind you. Exhale yourself back to center, extending the arm up, and then propelling yourself all the way over, bringing your right arm up and bending over to the side. Reaching with your fingertips, arms nice and straight. Let's go ahead and take the hand and place it behind your Head again just above your neck. Press that shoulder up towards the ceiling, and then continue now rotating around, opening up the chest, using your elbow to propel you around and back. Breathe here. And then release, and we're going to do a few of these dynamically. So let's inhale, reach. Exhale, hand behind the head. And then inhale, rotate open. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come around. Inhale and reach. Exhale, hand behind the head. And then inhale, open the chest, using that elbow to press your chest up and open. And then exhale, reach back over to the side one more time. And bring yourself all the way up to center, both arms up. Deep inhale, exhale, both hands behind the head. And now we're going to turn sideways here. We're going to go ahead and do a little back bend using, again, those elbows to press us open. Opening the heart, the rib cage, the throat. Breathe. Inhale yourself back up to center and go ahead and fold yourself forward. Inhale yourself up halfway. Exhale all the way down and walk or jump yourself back into plank. Now in a nice strong plank here, you can drop your knees or keep them up. Go ahead and lower yourself all the way down to the mat. You place your hands just underneath your forehead and place your forehead on your hands and rock your hips side to side. Now if you have anything in your way, blocks or belts, or go ahead and take this opportunity to move them out of the way. And now we're going to do a few half lotus, half shavasana. So take your left hand and place it out in front of you, leaving your right hand just beneath your forehead. Press your forehead into your hand, and at the same time lift your right leg and your left arm up. Inhale. And again, we're pressing that forehead down into the hand. I can't do it because you can't hear me. But go ahead and continue to press your forehead down into your hand and lift both your hand and your leg up as high as you can. Breathe here. And now exhale and lower both down and switch sides. Again, forehead on the hand. Continue to press that forehead down. Bring your right arm out, thumb facing up, left leg. Inhale and lift. Hold. One more deep breath in here. Exhale and lower both down. And now we're going to take both hands out. And on the next inhale, lift both arms and legs. Exhale. Inhale and lift. Hold. Breathe. Neck nice and soft. Compassion. Don't forget to show yourself compassion here. Exhale and lower down. Go ahead and walk your hands to your sides, palms towards each other, thumbs pointing down. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the arms and the legs again. Deep exhale here. Inhale and lift, reaching your fingers towards your heels, reaching the soles of your feet up towards the sky. One more breath here. You've got this. Back's nice and strong. Exhale and lower down. Go ahead and take a few breaths here, resting, appreciating the hard work you're doing here, and showing up for yourself to the mat today. And when you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees, bringing your heels towards your bum, and reach your hands out towards your ankles. We're going to be going into Dhanurasana. So neck nice and soft. And you come in contact with your toes, the tops of your feet or your ankles. And on your next inhale, press your heels up towards the ceiling. Press your ankles away from you, using that strength to lift your shoulders and your chest up off the mat. Breathe in deep here, continuing to use the strength in the biggest muscles in your body to lift you up. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, slowly release yourself down. Good job. Good work. Releasing your body all the way down, forehead, on the tops of your hands. Go ahead and shake out your hips. And when you're ready, let's all meet in table. So pressing into your hands, knees beneath the hips, hands beneath the shoulders. And let's take a few cat-cows here. And then cross your ankles behind your knees and press yourself back into seated. And once you've gotten into seated, extend your right leg out. And take yourself over to the side. Bring your left leg around behind you so that your heel is right near your hip. We're going to sweep the arms up and we're going to drop forward. And again, this is a great opportunity to use your blocks. As a way to make the pose a little more restorative. You can bring the block up towards you and drop your forehead onto the block. Let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths in here. Go ahead and walk your hands back up to center and continue walking your hands back, coming into a half Supta Virasana, a half reclined hero. And you can either drop all the way down onto your elbows or stay right up here. And again, you can use your blocks for support as well. You want to use your elbows Opening the chest. Breathing deep. We want to hold this pose for a little longer than some of the other poses we've been practicing today. The idea is to open up the hips to create length in the front of the legs. One more deep breath in here. And go ahead and bring yourself back up to center. Swivel your back leg around. Bringing both legs in front and pressing your heels out towards me, flexing your toes towards your face. Let's stay here for a few breaths in a nice staff pose. Palms pressing down, shoulders pressing away. Deep breath in here. Continuing that focus on the flexion of your feet and the length of your spine. This pose may look easy, but it's not. It can be pretty tough. One more breath here with compassion. And let's go ahead and swing your right leg back. And again, bringing the heel towards your bum. And then making the pose restorative if you want. If you did it on the other side, grab your block. And then walk your hands forward. Dropping your forehead down. A few more breaths here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back. And continue walking yourself all the way back into your Ardha Supta Virasana. Using the blocks as a support or the mat. Again, opening the chest up, pressing down through the shoulders, opening the throat. Breathe in deep through the nose and out through the nose. And on your next inhale, go ahead and walk yourself back up to center and bring your legs out in front of you. Go ahead and draw your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And go ahead and roll yourself onto your back. So with your knees hugged in, just allow yourself to drop all of it onto your back. And then roll side to side. And go ahead and extend your right leg out, heel to the ground, and extend your left leg up, pressing your heel up towards the ceiling. Maybe you bring your hands behind your hamstring and draw your leg in towards your chest, using the heel to create further extension in the back of your leg. I'm going to draw your knee into your chest and take your right hand, your left hand, sorry, your right hand on the outside of your knee and rotate it around so that your knee is coming down towards the ground. Extend your left arm out. Look over your left shoulder. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Continue breathing here deep into this beautiful twist. Now go ahead and rotate yourself back around to center and draw both knees into your chest. And this time extend your left leg out, keeping your right knee tucked in, and extend your right heel up towards the sky. Walking your hands along the back of your hamstring and drawing your knee towards your chest, using your heel and your toes in a deep flex to create more of an extension, a stretch in the back of your leg. You're going to bend your knee. Take your left hand on the outside of your right knee and rotate it around to your left side, extending your right arm out and looking over your right shoulder. Breathing deep into your count of 4 and out to your count of 8. Lengthening the exhales, taking advantage of this sweet twist. Your next inhale, bring yourself back to center. Draw your knees up into your chest. And walk your hands along the outside of your legs, coming into happy baby. And let's take a few rocks here from side to side in happy baby. And then straighten your legs out, placing your hands wherever it's accessible along your legs or on the bottom of your feet. Walk your feet towards center. And maybe you draw your hips up off the mat a little bit. Deep breath in here. And lower your hips back down towards the mat, releasing your feet and allowing your legs to drop down, setting yourself up into Savasana. Settle yourself into Savasana. Arms open, palms facing up, feet relaxed, everything in your body passive. No effort being made to hold anything in place right now. It's time to enjoy the benefits of this practice that we've done today. Relaxing the space in between your eyebrows. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your eyelids. Releasing all judgment, inviting compassion and understanding, and knowing that every time we have judgment, every time we show judgment, we reveal an unhealed part of ourselves. Continue to stay in Savasana for at least 5 more minutes, if not 10. I'm going to leave you here, but I want to thank you for practicing with me today. It's such an honor to share what I love with everyone, anyone. Yoga should be accessible to all. I love you. Thank you.